We are ready for our co-main event here. Female bantamweights. Allanna Jones making her way to the cage. And as we mentioned earlier, both of these ladies have a lot of experience, super talented, and they both also have one thing in common. They've both faced new UFC women's bantamweight champion Holly Holm.
Yes, indeed, and that that makes for a very exciting fight tonight. You know, to have that experience level and to have been in that level of competition with somebody who is now the current reigning bantamweight UFC women's champion. You know, that speaks volumes to their talent and their ability. So we are very, very happy to have these girls on the card.
Allanna Jones was also in one of the biggest, highest profile fights in women's MMA history when she fought Fallon Fox, of course, the transgendered MMA fighter, a couple of years ago. Just 2-5, but one of the things she's lost to Fallon Fox. She fought Holly Holm, also fought current UFC fighter Ronda Marcos. So the one tough thing is that there's not as much depth in the women's division, so you're fighting killers, the top competition right off of the start of your career.
Yeah, absolutely. But the beautiful thing about it is, you know, thanks to fighters, you know, like Jan Finney, like Allanna Jones, like Ronda Rousey, and, you know, the current champ, Holly Holm, women's MMA has been blowing up over the last couple of years, and really interested to see where it goes and how much deeper it can get as these women transition in.
And her opponent out of the blue corner, Jan Finney.
Jan Finney fighting out of the Iron Tiger fight team will get a huge ovation. Fighting in her career, she's been fighting for a long time, just for the second time in the state of Ohio.
And she confided in me earlier when we were talking before the show, getting information for Nick and, you know, for the broadcast and everything, that she's kind of shy about admitting it, but her nickname is Cuddles.
Jan Cuddles Finney. I remember back in 2010 when she fought Chris Cyborg, actually, for the Strikeforce world title. That was you know, kind of an interesting topic of conversation in the mixed martial arts community. And Jan Finney, 7-11, coming in, has, as we mentioned, an extensive career, and fought back in September at IT35.
Yes, she did.
Took on Marcia Allen, and that was a fight where her coach Scott Shealy was very unhappy with her performance, as she spent the entire 15-minute fight just kickboxing with Marcia Allen, and he was very unhappy with the fact that Jan did not look for the takedown in the fight. So we'll see if she's changed up her game plan here in this one.
I'm not going to say that she looked timid in that fight, but she just seemed like she couldn't pull the trigger. You know, her, as you alluded to, you know, her corner and her coaches were yelling at her, you know, giving her instructions, and she just couldn't seem to pull the trigger, and you know, unfortunately, she came out on the losing end of that fight. But
introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She is a striker with an MMA record, 2 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing at 149 pounds. Fighting out of Burton, Michigan, Allanna Hands of Stone Jones. And her opponent fighting out of the blue corner. She is a mixed martial artist with a professional record, 8 wins, 12 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing at 149 pounds. Fighting out of the Iron Tiger fight team, Jan Cuddles Finney. And the referee for this contest is Jerry Cole.
Here we go, Jan! Ladies, you got your instructions in the back, and I expect you to follow them. Check yourselves at all times, obey my commands all times. Touch them up, down, let's do this.
Jan Finney looking very focused and determined, and looking to avenge her last performance back in September.
Co-main event here, female lightweights. Allanna Jones in the blue with the black top. Jan Finney in the black with the pink top. Jerry Poe is your ref. No glove touch. The crowd goes very quiet here for this co-main event. Could almost hear a pin drop. And it's interesting to note that that was not the atmosphere when she fought Marcia Allen back in September. The crowd was going absolutely crazy the entire fight.
Yes, they were. They were trying to rally behind her and, you know, cheer her on. And
Finney, both fighters definitely looking to go toe-to-toe here in the first round.
Finney definitely the taller and longer fighter.
Yeah, she seems to have the reach advantage.
She's trying to find that zone. Nice movement in and out right there.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell that Jan wants no part of that clinch game with Allanna Jones.
Nope. Nice inside leg kick.
Lots and lots of feints thrown here by Jan Finney. As again, we mentioned she's trying to find her range here. Briefly circling into the power of Allanna Jones. That's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, looks like Jan Finney just has, as we mentioned, that reach advantage and just has the ability to get off first. Outside leg kick there from Jan Finney. Nice. Kind of more of a cracking leg kick. Still don't feel good, but don't hurt as much as the thudding ones.
Yeah. The ones that make the loud pop, they don't hurt as bad as the ones that kind of sound like a piece of wood being dropped on the floor.
Push kick there or teep kick from Jan Finney. She's throwing, as I mentioned, a ton of feints, but no head movement whatsoever.
Nice overhand right by Jan Finney as she looks to take the shot. Trying to drag Allanna Jones down to the ground here.
For the outside single leg here up against the cage. An interesting game plan as she shot for 0 takedowns in her last fight.
Indeed.
With Marcia Allen.
I think the early stages was a, feeling out process, trying to find her timing.
Jones has the underhooks here up against the cage. Actually, over-under, excuse me. Jones briefly turned. Now Finney has her back against the cage once again.
Finney staying busy.
Surprising she's not changing levels here. Looking to drop for that takedown. Body lock here from Jan Finney up against the cage. We are in the co-main event here at IT Fight Series 38. Jan Finney and Allanna Jones. First round action here between the two female lightweight fighters.
Good right hand on the exit by Jan Finney.
Nice job off of that break. Finney landing that jab every time she throws it.
Yep.
I want to see here. There's another jab that lands. We'll see her start to pop that jab a little bit more.
Ooh,
there's another one that
nice
landed.
Nice stiff jab by Jones.
Jones leaving that right hand or that left hand out there when she throws her jab. Might see a counter right hand from Jan Finney. Finney will throw her jab out there a lot, looking for a reaction from Jones, and then she'll throw a big bomb.
Nice straight right hand by Jones.
We're both.
Oh my!
Jones just throws Finney into the cage there.
And Finney retaliates with a nice takedown. She's got the legs trapped underneath, looking to step over and climb her way to the mount.
Big mistake there from Jones, who didn't capitalize on throwing Jan Finney into the corner. Finney now.
Jones trying to put her back against the wall and climb back up. Finney's got the legs trapped so far.
Jones is on one of those corner pads, which is really one of the easiest places to wall walk if that's what your plan is. Now back to one leg and on her knee. Finney's still looking.
Good job by Jones getting back to her feet.
Finney looking for another takedown here. 10 seconds left to go here in the first round.
And another nice exchange by these two.
Yeah, and they will both just kind of duck their chin and really swing wildly. We saw that twice there in the first round, and an interesting round here. Not a ton of damage done, but how do you score that one, Joe?
That's, oh man, putting me on the spot again. You love to do that.
We got to let the fans at home know
Oh,
what we
man.
think it's a tough round.
Very tough round to call, but all things considered, with the takedown again and towards the end and most of the cage control, I would have to go 10-9 for Jan Finney.
I agree with that. I think that Finney definitely did win that round with that takedown there at the end. It was very, very close for the entire round, but I think she pulled away just enough to get that round.
Yep.
I'm one of those people. I'm not a huge fan of 10-10 rounds, and I definitely know that I've heard inspectors before say that they will give judges about one 10-10 round per year. That really can screw things up on a scorecard, if you, especially with only 3 rounds in MMA.
That it can.
Again, no glove touch here in the second round.
Allanna Jones looking very calm, very composed.
She just needs to find a way to get inside here on Jan Finney.
Yeah.
Finney with the longer reach, staying on the outside, throwing that jab, getting off first.
Jones looking to counter when Finney comes in, but Finney's reach is just causing her some issues there.
Finney doing a good job of just barely stepping off, just barely slipping those punches.
Staying just outside of Jones's length there.
Yeah,
nice leg kick there.
I think she's found her range here. She's found where she can stay without getting hit by Allanna Jones and can still hit Jones. Jones with a nice 1-2 there. Jones is kind of nice little jab there from Jan Finney, but Jones is almost to the point now where she has to kind of hop in when she wants to throw punches.
Yep.
Because if not, she's feeling herself at the end of that jab of Jan Finney.
I think Finney needs to let go with the legs a little bit more.
She also seems to have that left hook open.
Right as I say that.
Right hand there from Jan Finney lands. There's that left hook. Just misses. Just finds air.
And Jones connecting with a nice little jab.
Jones seems to be finding her rhythm a little bit more here in the second round.
She's getting a little more confident there. Stepping into her punches. Trying to close the distance. Finney's still trying to keep her at bay. Oh. A nice push kick to keep her off of her.
Yeah, and that was a leg kick that was checked by Allanna Jones. Those are painful going shin to shin.
Oh, nice straight.
Straight right hand there from Allanna Jones.
Nice little combination for Jan Finney.
Finney's moving her head here, but not enough to keep it off center. She's moving her head, but really more of just a bob.
Yeah.
She's kind of a stationary target here for Allanna Jones to hit. Jones isn't really using a lot of head movement either, though.
Yeah.
Finney will throw a lot of feints where she'll throw that. She'll look for that shoulder roll. Finney eats a jab.
Good outside leg kick followed up by an inside.
Trading jabs here. And I think that Allanna Jones' corner realizes that Jan is, from time to time, circling into her power. They want to make her pay for that.
Allanna catching her with a inside leg kick there, and Finney responds with a nice left.
Nice combo there. That right hand followed the left. Yeah, Finney still is circling into that power. You see that big right hand there from
She's got to be
Allanna
careful.
Jones.
Got to be very careful of doing that. Jones looked like she's trying to close the distance here, trying to kind of corner Finney between her and the wall. And a big, big left-right combination by Jones there.
And And the other thing I've noticed is that Finney, when she's backing up straight.
Yep.
And that's going to let Jones just kind of follow her in and follow those punches. Jones has had the center of the cage this entire second round here as Finney is walking and circling on the outside. Jones doing a good job of keeping her left toe on the inside of Jan Finney's left toe.
Jones really has not taken a lot in the way of damage in this round, and she's been controlling the center of that cage.
There's a right hand.
Nice little flurry of exchange between the two of them. Nice parting right hand by Jan Finney to end that round. So
good round, and I think that was a comeback round there for Allanna Jones, and I think we might be at one apiece here.
I believe so. She controlled more of that round, and
seems like
landed
again,
a significant number of punches in that one.
You mentioned her fight with Marcia Allen, where she was a little bit hesitant to pull the trigger.
Yep.
Was Jan Finney, and it seems like maybe a little bit of the same here. In this fight.
That second round is very reminiscent of that September show.
Finney seems to be a little bit tight here with the strikes, and Allanna Jones loosening up a little bit here, throwing more shots. Finney, when she's throwing shots, is only throwing one shot. She'll throw either a leg kick or she'll throw just one straight jab and not follow it up with a right hand.
Finney needs to explode in this third round. She needs to let it all go. And Jones, on the other hand, I think she needs to start closing the distance a little more and putting more pressure on Jan Finney if she's going to pull this fight off.
Jones still has the center of the cage. Finney again circling to that power of Allanna Jones. Outside leg kick from Finney there lands. Nice jab.
Jones working her way in there.
Just a little 1-2-3 combo from Jones. Didn't land,
another jab, another left jab by Jones.
Jones seems to be bleeding from her lip now here, starting this third round. Outside leg kick there from Allanna Jones.
A little push kick by Jan Finney.
And now it seems like Jones is the one who's found her range here in this third round.
Yeah, she seems to be a little bit more of the aggressor here.
The shots are coming just, again, still one at a time from Jan Finney.
Good outside leg kick by Finney. And she's got to turn it up here. She's got to let it go. Put her combinations together.
Jones' corner seems to be happy with what she's doing. Keeping Jan Finney on the outside.
Nice stiff left by Jan Finney.
And she's landing when she throws. She's just not throwing in high enough volume.
Yeah, it's it's one or two punches. She's back out.
Not willing to get involved in a firefight here with Allanna Jones, which it seems like Jones would be more than happy to be swinging for the fences.
Finney seems content to try to outbox her here.
Right hand here from Allanna Jones.
Nice.
There's a combination from Jan.
And now she's starting to pick up the pace here. There we go.
That's what she needs here in this third round. As the crowd comes alive here for the hometown fighter, Jan Finney.
Finney needs to close this
little stiff
fight.
jab here. And now she seems to have backed off again a little bit here.
Allanna Jones bleeding from the nose. Looks like she's got a split lip and a busted nose now. Finney's connecting on her punches.
Teep kick there from Jan Finney. Jones once again, though, has the center of the cage, and that was the the brief moment that Finney seemed to be winning this round was when she actually took control of the cage and had Jones
Finney
back
looking
on
for the
cage.
takedown, but
Gonna drive that takedown. She needs to get her knees off of the mat to finish this takedown.
having some real problems here with Jones as she finally.
This would go a long way here.
My.
Good
Jones.
takedown defense by Jones.
And finally gets Jones down.
Locks her hands, pulls the knees out.
Jones throwing some short inside elbows. You might want to watch because those might be close to the back of the head there. Jan needs to improve her position, though.
Jones in a half butterfly guard here. Jan just kind of holding on here.
Yeah, just
against
trying
the
to
cage.
keep her hips sucked in to where she can't stand back up. And now transitioning.
The blood really starting to leak from that nose of Allanna Jones. A couple of body shots here from Jan Finney, and Jones looks to try to make it back to her feet.
Looks like Jan's got a hold of the ankle on that right leg. And now let it go, and Jones able to get back to her feet. Not only is she back to her feet, she's got the guillotine here.
Going to be tough to
And
finish
she
against the
loses
tall
it.
fighter and Jan Finney.
Yep. Finney able to maintain control here. 10 seconds left in the round, and I think that
10 seconds
takedown,
left in the fight.
that takedown may end up sealing the deal for Jan Finney.
Very close fight for
Very close fight.
both women here.
But I think this round is definitely going to Jan Finney.
Jan Finney could pick up her win for the first time. Pick up a win for the first time since 2010.
It's got to be frustrating.
The crowd here.
And when you get into a situation like that where, you go through a long stretch where you haven't been able to pick up a victory, a lot of times what you'll see is, they become a defensive fighter who's fighting not to lose instead of fighting to win.
Right, and the few times in that fight where we saw Jan Finney open up, she seemed to be doing a really good job of, once she was pressuring Jones, she was doing a good job of keeping her on the cage and
landed a lot of good strikes.
Landing a lot of strikes and landed that takedown.
Got the takedowns and everything else, and maybe picking up a win here will get her confidence back in and lead to bigger and better things for her.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 3 rounds of fighting, we give the judges scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the fight 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Jan. I'm here with our winner, Jan Finney. You got the unanimous decision victory. Talk us through that amazing 3-round war.
It's a blur. Sorry.
Way to go, Jan!
Yeah, my coaches, definitely Scott Shealy for putting this on, coaching me, Justin Edwards, taking all my training partners, my family, my friends. Everybody that's supported me, thank you. I wasn't pleased with the performance, but I guess I got it done. It's gonna get better.
Jan Finney, ladies and gentlemen.